This industry generates billions. Every year, more products are created, more brands appear, more demand is generated. From the outside, it looks simple. A natural resource, extracted, refined, placed into a bottle, and sold. But if you look closer, something doesn't make sense. Because an industry of this size should require thousands of people, workers, specialists, entire teams. But it doesn't. Not in the way you think, because behind everything, there is a system. And this system doesn't operate like traditional industries. It doesn't depend on people the way it used to. These are the systems behind a billion-dollar oil industry that allow it to run with almost no people. At first, production was manual. Extraction required labor. Processing required supervision. Consistency depended on human precision. But over time, this changed. Machines replaced repetition. Automation replaced variation. Control systems replaced oversight. Now, production doesn't rely on workers. It relies on processes, and processes don't get tired. They don't slow down. They don't make emotional decisions. They follow patterns. And in a system built for scale, patterns are everything. Before a product is created, the system already knows something. How much will be needed? Not exactly, but close enough. Search data, consumer behavior, market signals, all of it is collected, analyzed, processed, and turned into predictions, which means something important. Production doesn't react to demand. It anticipates it, and when a system can predict, it can control. Price is not about cost. It never really was. It's about perception. Two products can come from similar sources with similar processes and still exist in completely different price categories. Why? Because price is part of the system. It defines positioning, and positioning defines value. Not the product itself, but what the product represents. No product exists in isolation. Behind every bottle, there is movement, raw materials sourced globally, processing distributed across regions, packaging optimized for scale, and all of it is coordinated. Not manually, but through systems, logistics platforms, automated tracking, predictive routing. You don't see it, but it's always there. Luxury is not discovered. It's constructed, carefully, deliberately. Every detail matters. The bottle, the weight, the texture, the language, even silence becomes part of the message. Because the system understands something fundamental. People don't buy products, they buy meaning, and meaning can be designed. Once the system is built, it doesn't stay static. It evolves continuously. Processes are adjusted, costs are minimized, performance is maximized, often without visible change, because optimization doesn't require attention. It requires feedback, and feedback is constant. This is where everything connects: production, prediction, pricing, movement, perception, optimization. Together, they form something larger, a structure, a system, one that no longer depends on people in the way it once did. And that's the real shift. This industry doesn't run on workers, it runs on design. This was never just about oil, it was about how systems evolve, how they replace, simplify, and remove dependency. And once you understand that, you stop seeing the product and start seeing the structure behind it. Most people never notice the system. Now you do.